Hey, welcome back to Co-Parent Chaos. It's Tamaya and Joel.
Hello.
Don't forget, before we begin, hit the like button, share it with somebody who you think might benefit from the video, and hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to our channel. Also, there's a freebie right down below the video, right at the top of the comments. Hit the link and get our freebie. We're going to jump right into today's episode. We're going to be talking about being a parent to your child versus being a friend to your child. um, we're in 2023 and children are different these days.
Parents are different these days. Children are different.
They are different, but I get what you're saying. The children are different because children are a result of parents,
The society and everything around them.
So, um, are you trying to, be a friend to your child, or are you trying to parent them? Are you laughing?
Because I'm laughing about what I asked you earlier. Like when like you're in a friend zone. Whenever you talk about friend zone nowadays, you talk about like if a young lady put a guy in the friend zone, but suppose your child put you in the friend zone. You'll never know. Well, actually, you'll know because the way they speak to you and the way that they don't have no kind of respect and no kind of fear for you. Yes, I said fear. You should, I think you should have a little bit of fear. I'm not saying that they should be terrorized of you, but they should. But your presence and your words should carry some weight. So when you speak, they know that that those words are coming from a place of authority and not a place of what's the word? You know, not the same level. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was trying to think about. I was thinking about what you asked me. It's not a fear. It's like a dominance. It's like a more of a reverence. Like children. Our children should have a certain amount of fear, but it's not. It's like respect. It's like respect for the parents. And you said like, how do you know when you're in the friend zone? I think your children. What type of conversations? What type of words are they um, comfortable saying in front of you? Having certain conversations around you. Um, I think those are indicators of whether or not they have you in the friend zone, or whether or not, I think it should be a level of, even if their friends may be talking to them about certain things or saying certain things, it should be like, okay, my parents are around or they're within earshot, just it's just a certain level of respect that should happen. Um, I think all too common now is like children are, it seems to be like a gray area as it comes to like certain conversations or even words that they use, like when they're talking to their friends, and certain times they think like they can use the same type of words or terminology when they're speaking with adults. And I think as parents, like, it's our job to erase the gray line, and like it needs to be like black and white. Like, these are conversations, or these are ways you talk with your friends, and there's a certain way you talk to mom and dad. There's a certain way you communicate with adults in general. And I think that has been slowly worn away in this day and age. And some children just just oblivious when it comes to even words that they use in conversations that they're having, um, as it pertains to talking to grown people versus like talking to their friends. But as a parent, I think you might be kind of in the friend zone if you don't, if you don't want to tell your child no. Like, oh, they're gonna be mad at me, or You don't want to feel
I
that.
want them to like
You don't want
me.
to feel that sting. Like, yeah, and we all. I've been guilty of it, of feeling like, not wanting to say no, feeling like I'm gonna be the bad guy, or I'm gonna be the bad cop. But um, you can't let those thoughts or those feelings um guide your parenting, because just as a parent, everything is not going to be a yes. Like, you got to tell them no sometimes, and that's your job as a parent. It's a part of being a parent, is protecting them, and if that means no, sometimes it has to be no.
To be no. I mean, and you said a word in the beginning, about respect. Maybe the child doesn't even know what respect is. Most people don't even know what respect is. Most times when we, when we say we can give you examples of what they think disrespect is when someone does something to them, but then they don't even know how to even define the word respect. The way I explain it to my students and to my children is, respect means to treat something the way that it should be treated, not the way that you feel like treating it. And also, even if you break the word apart, it tells you where it is. Re meaning again, that's the prefix, and spect, like in spectacles, the glasses, it means to look again. And then sometimes the children, you know, they think when they look at their parents, or when they talk with their parents, they say, oh, that's just mom and dad. So I pretty much know what mom and dad is already. But the truth of the matter is, you have what decades above them. You have life experience. You have ups and downs. You have experiences. You should know what works or doesn't work, unless you're completely oblivious. So you should always, you, in my opinion, this is me. You should always be putting your children in check and let them so respect me, man. Look at me again, because most children think that, oh, that's just mom and dad, or they figure out, oh, that's just the person that
They
feeds me.
don't know what they're
That is the
talking about.
person. That is the person that feeds me and give me clothes and give me whatever I want. That's it. And that's all children think about is pleasure. Like they don't see the life lessons that you can teach them. They don't see you going from 9 to 5 going to work. They don't see you have to go to have to go sweat for 9 or 8 hours a day, come to bring home money just so you can afford to pay rent or mortgage or whatever, and actually cover their heads and house them in a place where you can nurture them up in the right way. So the moment they start to lose respect for you, well, chances are you probably start to lose respect for yourself. You probably start even realizing your position. You know, I like truth being told. Like, you don't know who you are. That's why you will allow the child to even do that, and that's the reality. You you don't know who you are. And like if your child is disrespecting you, and if you're a friend with your child, you don't know who you are.
You don't know the value.
You don't know who you are at all. So if your child being slick talking you and bad talking you, you messed up. Not not the child, because the child is doing what you allow.
What they allowed to do.
You know what I mean? Like, you allow the child to disrespect you allow the child to not have to look at you again, because you already showed them that you're simple, you're a chumper, or you're you're a friend. We're not friends.
Yeah.
We're not friends. Maybe when they're older, like when they get their own place or something, or early adolescence, and even that kind of weird. You can do things that are friend-ish, but you're not their friend. God didn't call you to be their friend. You know, God didn't call you to be their friend. God called you to be their mother. God called you to be their father. That's a different set of guidelines, different set of rules, different set of guidelines. That's a major calling, man. That's a major, major calling. So if you're in the friend zone, I feel bad for you, but but there's help.
Yeah.
Go back in the Bible and find out who you are, find out your position, find out what am I supposed to be doing. Am I a father? Am I a mother? really think about it. And there's nothing wrong with putting a little, you know, my wife say reverence. Yeah, I say a little bit. I say actual fear. And then as I get older, it'll change. It will change. It'll go from fear to reverence to actually, a deeper understanding, a deeper love. And as I get older, if you do it correctly, it'll turn into some deep, deep, deep love. Some deep, deep. That's what I believe. And that's what for my father, and that's what for my mother. Because I remember as a kid, I was like, I know they will kill me if I do certain ways or do certain things, or if I talk to them in any certain way. But now as I got older, I got my own kids, and I see that they were just protecting me from myself. The job of a parent is to protect a child from themselves. The verse in the Bible would David say, "I was born in sin and shaped in iniquity." The world is shaping them around you, so you have to let them know constantly that you're saving them from themselves, from the full depravity of their heart. What God calls, what God says, and the Word of God says, the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? You have to save your child from themselves. I'm not talking about salvation. I mean just the day to day.
The foolishness that's in them.
Just the day to day.
And their ignorance. I'm not saying they're stupid, but their lack of knowledge. And that's what I mean when I say ignorance.
Their lack of true knowledge about God, about themselves, about you, about mom, about dad, about
the world.
About the world, about life. About their potential. They can't even see the full potential. But if you want to friend them, it's a dangerous thing. And maybe we should talk about, I like what it looks like when they put them in the friend zone.
Another video.
Another video. But most of us know it when we see it. When we see them in the mall or somewhere, we see the child acting like a nut on the floor. You're watching them like, man, what happened?
And being rude. To the parents.
Yeah. And the parent like, what? I don't understand. Of course not, Dodo.
We understand.
Yeah. You forgot who you were. And the child forgot who they are. Because you forgot to be a mother and you forgot to be a father. So they put you in the friend zone. That, and it usually ends up, now let's go back to whenever the young lady puts the boy or the gentleman in the friend zone, it goes nowhere. And everybody emotions get hurt. Nobody gains nothing from the relationship. But heartache and a lot of wasted money. Sorry. Time to get out the friend zone. If you don't know, something put into the the top of the chat. Check it out. We're about to wrap it up, unless you want to add something else, my dear. I'm speaking too fast. Go ahead. My wife want to say.
I just want to say that be okay with if you have a fear of like them being mad at you. Get to a place where you're okay with it. It's okay if they're mad at you sometimes. Guess what? They won't stay mad forever. Guess what? You're still the parent. Guess what else? They still need you. So in all them being mad, they still have to come to you. They still need you for food, for clothes, for shelter.
For love.
For love. They still need you. You're the parent. So even if they're mad, they won't stay mad forever. So get to a place where you're able to be okay with them being mad at you. It won't last forever. And another thought I had when you were speaking, baby, when you said do friend-ish things with them. You're not the friend, but do friend-ish things. The thought I had was like just doing things as a family that you enjoy doing together. Also cultivate a relationship where they're able to talk to you. Like they talk to their friends, but as a parent, they should you should establish that where they're able to come talk to you, and it has to be practiced. Otherwise, it won't happen. It's not always comfortable, you know, especially when they get to like the adolescence, teenage years. Like they don't want to talk to you about certain things, but
I see a package when they're small.
but yeah, establish that. But um, we're gonna stop here for now. We might have to do a part two of this because we still got more stuff to talk about on this topic. But we're gonna end here for tonight. So thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning
If
in.
you like the discussion, leave us a comment below. We read them, we respond, and hit the like, share it with somebody who might be struggling with being their kid's friend versus being a parent. And until next time, it's Tamaya and Joelle with Co-Parent or Chaos, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Next episode. See you. Good night.